The CovCath controversy took top honors with most calls this week, and while it wasn't the only topic, it had people calling. They were calling out, though, the social media and news media and all of those really involved in this situation.
But I do support them 100%.
Just like that caller, there were a number of supporters of the Covington Catholic students who called in.
Those boys were treated unfairly, and I think it's time for the community here in Cincinnati to stand behind these boys and make something good happen for the nation.
These people didn't like Trump, and they started it, and then CovCath didn't do anything. Our kids ought to be awarded.
That is a travesty that these boys have been vilified nationally and are receiving death threats because of actions of adults who should know better.
That caller also spoke of the rush to judgment, as did Sue.
Shame on the Covington Catholic school officials for publicly condemning their students' behaviors without knowing the full story.
And there were certainly callers who pointed fingers in the opposite direction.
I see a boy smirking at the Native American, and I don't think it's very kind. And the boys in the background, they were laughing at him too.
There's still no doubt that that student stood there in front of him and had a smirk, and there seemed to be people mocking the Native American dancing and singing. So even though there's been more context, it doesn't change what that student did.
Dixie had a good suggestion for everyone in this era of viral social media posts and their impact.
I think everybody needs to learn from this situation in this video, not to judge so quickly, including the news media. I do believe that a little more research needs to be done before we show these viral videos.
Barb and Florence shared the concern that many callers had about the adult chaperones and how they handled things.
Why did they not diffuse that situation? Why did they not move those group of kids along away from the memorial?
Sometimes when stories like this happen, viewers see what they want to see, or because they didn't see every report, they believe we didn't cover a particular angle, like Rose in Price Hill.
I wondered why Channel 9 didn't show the black Israelites who were taunting these young boys.
Thanks for the call, Rose, but to be clear, we didn't leave it out at all.
It shows a group of people identifying themselves as black Israelites on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial.
Bunch of incest, baby!
Finally, William in Cheviot sums up the calls this week with an observation tied strictly to the constitutional rights of all involved.
I did not see either group infringing upon anyone else's rights. This is America. You can go wherever you want to do as long as you don't infringe on anyone else's rights. You're A-OK. That's what makes it America.
Thank you so much for all the calls. About 267 calls about this particular subject alone. This is a story, of course, we're going to continue to follow closely as the Covington Diocese conducts their own independent investigation. If you ever have an opinion about a story, though, you see on 9 on your side, be sure to pick up your phone and call the hotline, 513-852-4998.